Well, 2025 is coming to a close, and just like you could see in those pictures, it has been a year of great highs as well as some great lows. I'd kind of hoped I would leave the lows back in 2024, but unfortunately they followed me into 2025 as I had another 5 surgeries. I couldn't believe it. I thought I'd had my last surgery in 2024, but I ended up having 5 more this year on my back, on my pericardium. They were doing a procedure to take out this little filter, simple procedure, and 1 in a million, they punctured my pericardium, and I went into what's called tamponade, where you can die. Your heart, your left ventricle can't pump. It's got fluid all around it, and my blood pressure just dropped, and they did an emergency surgery and stuck a tube in there and drained the fluid out. Then I had to have another surgery to put a window in the pericardium so it wouldn't keep filling up and causing that effusion. I don't know, it's gotten so complicated. What started as back surgery turned into multiple back surgeries, and then it turned into blood clots, which caused a few more surgeries, and then that caused this heart issue and more surgeries. So it's all just spiraled like that, been a fun roller coaster of ups and mostly downs, okay, on the health front. But now I finally got a neural stimulator put in, attached to my spine. These wire leads go up inside my spinal canal, and that blocks a lot of the pain signals from being sent to my brain. So it's been helping. I've just had it in there for a couple months, but it's been helping and reducing my pain. Unfortunately, I'm still in quite a bit of pain, but not quite as bad as it was before. And I still also have what's probably going to end up being permanent nerve damage in my back and my right quads. They're just not firing as well as they should. So my right leg is a lot weaker, but I'm able to get around okay. You could see in those images there, I'm able to get out and do some hunting and able to walk better. So I'm slowly picking up steam. And as I look ahead to 2026, oh God, please, I'm hoping the downs of those surgeries are behind me. But even through the wilderness times like that, if I could just preach a little mini sermon, man, God is with us. I know God's with me during those dark times and those times where I'm wondering where he is and why he's doing this. And I question those things and I wrestle with him, but I know he's right there with me. And man, in 2025, I tell you, his presence, his closeness to me through those dark times is what's really gotten me through. And it's the thing I value the most about my relationship with God, is just that I know that he's there with me. So I want to encourage you, if you look back on 2025 and you have some valleys and dark times like that, or if you run into those times in 2026, just know the times that you wonder if God is with you the most are the times that he actually is with you the most, because he cares about you. And I hope that you, like I've been learning to do and struggling to do, can find strength in his presence in your life. Amen? Amen. Okay, that's enough church right there. Thought I'd just put in that plug for you. All the challenges that I've been facing and still facing with my health and surgeries and so forth have prompted my wife and I to decide to retire. After a lot of prayer and discussion and deliberation, we've decided to retire from being full-time pastors for the last 40 years. Man, 40 years we've been serving in the full-time ministry, and that's been in 3 different nations, in I think 7 different states and 13 different cities, and that's where we've lived. We've traveled and spoken to audiences, in more than 20 different nations around the world, and we look back and are just so incredibly grateful for all those decades of adventure, for the highs and the lows, and like I just shared, God's presence being with us everywhere we've gone, the miracles miracles we've seen and experienced over those 4 decades, oh my gosh, they're just incredible. So we're sad to be able to step down from the ministry, but we're excited about the next phase of our lives as well. And we're going to be moving back to Colorado, and we've got a place already, has a little bit of land, not a lot, but a little bit more than I have now, where I can do more testing, and I'm going to have more time, and I'm going to have more space to be able to devote to my channel. So I look forward to doing some great things in 2026 and beyond because of this transition. We had planned to retire maybe when I was 65 or something like that. I'm 61. I'm almost 62 now. So we're retiring earlier than we had planned. And that puts a financial challenge on us. But it makes me really grateful for this channel because the channel does provide some revenue that has just kind of been extra. But now it's going to be what we really need to be able to make it work. So I'm grateful that God's blessed me with this opportunity to be able to make some revenue doing the things I love the most. That's what he did in the ministry all those years, and that's what he's doing in this archery adventure channel as well. And on that note, I really do want to thank all of you for the incredible community that you've become. Just all of your prayers. Wow. I mean, thousands of you have prayed for me and have expressed that you've prayed for me. So many have given kind words of encouragement. Thank you so much. That ministered to me and is ministering to me during some challenging times. So I really appreciate it. And then all of your views. Wow, that boosts the whole channel. All of your shares when you share videos with other people. All of the times you subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But the subscriptions and the way many of you have donated broadheads, that really helps in a financial way, and others have donated money. Thank you so much for those donations. You can see there's a little tab, it's been there for years, on my homepage that just says like PayPal or something like that. You can click on it and it goes directly to a place where you can deposit just a gift, a contribution if you'd like. Many have done that, and it's really helped the channel get where it is. This is a time that we kind of need that help more than ever. So if you're so inclined, please click on that link or just go to PayPal and use my email address, which is my name, John, JOHNLUSK 64 @gmail.com. And any contribution from $1 on up will go a long way, honestly. So thank you for the way you've helped in so many ways, even with financial support like that. And thank you for the input that you've given. So many of you have given wonderful comments and advice and ideas that always help the channel kind of spur on and evolve on to do even greater things. And in 2026, a lot of the ideas that I have for changes I can make and evolutionary steps I can take are because of the input that many of you have provided. So thank you so much. I view this as a collaboration, a collaborative community, and that's what's helping it to be so successful. So I really appreciate that. And I also want to thank the sponsors that I have. Stay Sharp Guide has been a faithful, loyal sponsor for years now. They make the best broadhead sharpeners in the business. And then Elite Archery has become a sponsor in the last couple of years. I'm so grateful for that. And then Killer Instinct Crossbows has been a great sponsor for the last couple of years as well. And on the upside, I'm so grateful for how the channel as a whole is doing in spite of all my surgeries and all the time. I spent like a month in the hospital, literally a total of a month in the hospital. In spite of all that, the channel has just been going from strength to strength. And so I'm really encouraged by that. Just this year, been able to do 72, I think it's 72, 71 or 72 new videos, which includes 52 new broadhead tests. Wow, like one new broadhead test each week. And then I think it's 16 or 17 new real world broadhead tests. And I've put out those videos. I actually have like another 6 or 7 that I did that I'm going to be posting as videos in 2026 because I just ran out of time. But that's been awesome to do those real world broadhead tests on animals. And then I've done a few other gear tests as well. And so the channel as a whole, because of what we've done this year, we've now crossed into new ground where we've had over 15 million views and have over 45,000 subscribers and have over 1 million total watch hours. Like 1 million man hours have been devoted to watching Lusk Archery Adventures. That's pretty cool when you think about it. It's probably more man hours than have been devoted to watching all my sermons in 40 years of preaching the word. Maybe not. Maybe I have more people with that. But still, it's pretty impressive to think about how many people and how many hours have been devoted to learning more about broadheads and getting inspired to be better archers and better hunters. This is a great time to be a bow hunter. I know there's challenges against the industry, political challenges and stuff, but man, there's incredible gear. The best gear the world has ever seen. The evolutions in bows and the evolutions in broadheads and all kinds of other gear is really just extraordinary. And I've seen that this year in the broadhead industry. It's been amazing to see the progress, the evolution in certain areas, especially in durability and sharpness. And I'll be really honest, I know my channel has made a difference in that because I talk to different manufacturers and they tell me that, and not all of them are really excited about it, okay? They're not excited to feel challenged to build a broadhead that's going to make it through steel plate, or they're not excited to have to figure out a way to sharpen their broadheads to get under 200 grams of force to cut the copolymer wire in the sharpness tester I use. But they are doing it, many of them, and so broadheads are getting better and better. And I think, I like to think that we're responsibly harvesting animals more ethically and effectively than we ever have before. That's the whole purpose of the channel. Like I always say, serious testing, successful hunting. We've been able to see that exact process take place. And this year, there were so many amazing new broadheads to hit the market. Too many to say, but some just burst on the scene. Some came out with new evolutions and new models of their broadheads that just took it to a whole new level. So between the new models, the new broadheads, or the ones that have always been there just making small improvements, man, it's just been encouraging to see the broadhead industry as a whole doing so well. So as I look back on 2025, I've taken these 52 new broadhead tests and I've incorporated those into the Excel spreadsheet of all the scores of all the broadhead tests that I've done now for the last 4 years. And each year I post it, it's cumulative. I add another year. So it started a few years ago with just 1 year, then 2, then last year, okay, had 3 years. And now this year, 4 years. I think it's more than 230 different broadhead tests. That's pretty remarkable. And all the scores are listed there in this Excel spreadsheet. Again, in case you're not familiar with the way I do the testing, I test primarily in 5 areas. I think are the 5 most important areas to determine a broadhead's success, the lethality of a broadhead: flight, sharpness/edge retention, penetration, durability, and cut size. Those 5 are the 5 most important areas. In each one, I give a score of a maximum of 20 points, plus maybe they get a bonus for doing something exceptional. Then they total to 100 points. And so you can use what you're familiar with in a grading scale, a 100-point grading scale, like your kids at school or like you did at school back in the day. And that's how every broadhead is scored. And then there's a corresponding LUSK grade, like 10 golden arrows or 9 golden arrows, something like that. So again, the whole Excel spreadsheet is organized based on that scoring system. And you can look at those. If you're not familiar with an Excel spreadsheet, you can look at them in a number of ways. You can click on a little link up at the top. You click on the top of a column and then another link over the top bar across, and you can organize them all alphabetically. That's how they are initially. Or you can organize them all and rank them by cut size. Or you can rank them all by flight. Or you can rank them all by sharpness. You can rank them all by penetration, rank them all by durability. It's kind of cool to be able to do that. Or you can separate 2025 and just look at the ones from this year, or just look at the ones from 2021, whatever. But you can just play with all these numbers and all these data points. And that's what I've always intended to do, is to create data points with consistent methods and consistent mediums that allow you to use your brain to figure out what's the best broadhead for you, for your hunting needs, for your hunting setup, for the animal you're pursuing, for the approach to hunting that you take. All these are data points that can help you select the best broadhead for you. Just click on that link. The link will be provided in the top of the video description. Hey, before I go on, I want to take a little break here and have a commercial. Okay, this is my own commercial, not a YouTube commercial, my own commercial. I want to give a commercial and a shout out to my buddy who started this new company called archerycoffee.com, Archery Coffee Company, but archerycoffee.com. And its tagline is flavor at full draw. And he sent me a box of all the coffees that they have, and I'm going to show you. It's pretty cool. Okay, I can smell it. It smells really good. So there's one called Center Shot, and it's a medium roast that's right down the middle, ground coffee. Then there's this one called Night Knock, a dark roast with vivid flavor. Okay, I've been pounding this one. And then there's this one called Compound, a light roast with accelerated flavor. And then there's this one called Max FPS, max feet per second. Epic caffeine for those extended draws. Okay, it's kind of fun, but it's really good coffee. Okay, like most of them are Arabica beans. I think one of them, maybe the maximum, maybe it's that one, is Robusto, but they're from Brazil. I mean, really nice beans and really high quality coffee. And it's again, it's archerycoffee.com. But go there. It would make a really cool Christmas present. And I have a discount code, okay? You got to know it. I'm going to have a discount code for it. Anything that comes up that I like, I'm like, hey, can you give me a discount code? I asked for it at a movie theater. It didn't work. But for the coffee, it worked. So I got a discount code, LUSK10, saves 10%. So again, what a cool Christmas gift for a friend who's into archery to go on their website and order something like that, or just for yourself around the house. But I'm really grateful for my buddy Giles at N1 Outdoors. He does that if you're familiar with N1 Outdoors. He reached out to me and asked me if I'd give him a shout out. And I said, I will, especially if you give me a discount code that I can pass on to everybody. So again, archerycoffee.com, LUSK10 saves you 10%. So I hope this year-end summary and all the data that's been compiled in that Excel spreadsheet that you can dig into it is really going to help you in the days to come and the months to come, and help you be a more effective archer and bow hunter in 2026 and beyond. Again, that's what this channel is all about: serious testing, successful hunting. Hey, I look forward to seeing you in the new year from our new place in Colorado. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you then.